Holy cow, this is just amazing. Okay, so now we're back in the middle of the room where the main part is for the Maple Leafs. It's absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, the locker room.
Oh my god.
You know what these things are? Fans.
Ha! Just crazy. Wow, I'm just blown away through this. Like, to even be remotely hear that. That's amazing.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Just wanted to ask if you had any other interests besides hockey.
Any other interest?
Any other interests or hobbies or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, I come from growing up with a sport family, 2 brothers, and my parents. My dad was a goalie, hockey goalie, and my mother, very sport interested as well. But I've been playing soccer, and we have a sport in Sweden called bandy. It's on ice. It's almost like a field hockey, but it's on ice. Tennis, golf, yeah, sports in general, I think has been something we've been doing in our family the whole life, and obviously hockey #1. But that's been the hobby. So away from hockey, it's always been other sports.
Oh, you used to play a lot of tennis too, didn't you?
Well, I used to play tennis.
Well, yeah, Borja used to be my favorite league before I came. I think Lupo has been a good league. If I have to name someone, but the leagues are in a transition period, and I think the management are doing a great job building this great franchise a little bit from the beginning again. So we have a lot of young players, and ask for the fans' patience, but this is the right way to do it, and I think Leaf long term are going to be a great team and never have to maybe go through the ups and downs they've done lately. So I think the Leafs are doing the right thing right now.
Lauren, okay, go ahead.
I'm standing here with...
We didn't fill out the players. We had really, really good moments there when we beat them out. But that was amazing moments, to play at Maple Leaf Gardens, and that's fantastic. And the whole city was upside down, and that was so great.
Bear, I'm going to ask you to repeat the questions too, so that for Borja, so we can both understand them and get the questions. Did you get your answers? Lauren? No, Sam. Where's Sam? Over here, Sam. Yep.
Thanks, Joe. Borja, Matt, Kyle here from Oshawa has a question for both of you.
I just wanted to know if, when you guys left the game, did you feel it was too early, or do you think you should have stayed a little longer?
Did you leave too early, or did you leave at the...
Yeah, and for me, once you pass 35, hockey's a young man's sport. We all know that, and as you start getting into your 30s and mid-30s, it just takes so much more energy and time to prepare and get ready to play at the highest level and keep up with the 20, 25-year-olds. And it was just, very naturally, you realize that your body is not going to be able to play at this level anymore. So for me, it was overdue, and once you're 35, 36, 37 there, it's just, it's just one way to go with your body, and for me, it was the right time.
We need to figure out a designated hitter position for hockey so that the old guys can hang on a little long. Maybe just play the point on the power play or something like that. And I agree. I think they probably left too early because they were still magnificent athletes, even when they did retire. Lauren?
A couple weeks, and he's getting comfortable. I think he's got a suntan already, but it's nice to see him develop and bring the gold back to Canada. Winning this building was pretty special.
I had a lot of fun with Max. We had a charity game up in Stouffville called Hockey Night in Stouffville, and I had to coach Max, and he came down and made a marvelous move on the defenseman, a little toe drag. Then he beat the goaltender and roofed it off the roof of the net. And he got back to the bench. I said, Max, you look just like your dad. The problem was he'd have had the puck chopped up into about 17 pieces and tried to score with the largest piece, which is probably what would have happened. But Max is a wonderful young man. You should be very, very proud, and I know that you are. We've got some questions for any of them, and who are we up to? Sam? Yep.
Thanks, Joe. Ty, we're going to jump right in from Dominic. A question for you.
So back in the day, there were a lot of tough players. Who is the toughest Leaf you've ever played against? I think wait.
Well, I don't really like to talk about fighting much because I did it the most, you know what I mean? But I took care of this guy and my teammates, that's why I had the most. But the toughest guy, unfortunately he's not here anymore with us, but he's a special guy, Bob Probert.
Gloria, you could have used Ty back when you first came over here because the Broad Street Bullies had about 17 guys.
But you just inspired me to start playing hockey and everything and follow the Leafs. I just want to say thanks for that. I'd say you're the greatest Leaf in my opinion, the classiest player to ever play. I just want to say thanks. You're a big part of my childhood.
Thanks very much. You're welcome. Steph?
All right, Joe. Brad has a question here for Boreas Helming.
Hi, Boria. I grew up watching the Leafs, obviously, and you playing. And there's one game in particular I remember is when you got the skate across the face. And I remember holding my breath as a child, and my parents at the time too. How did you feel that was going to be a career ending? And just quickly to Matt Sundin, Haydogamg. Thanks for the years. I have my granddaughter here. She's watching hockey because of you all as well. So thank you.
That was a scary night in Detroit.
I was actually blocking a shot in front of the net and somebody kicked somebody else or tripped the other guy and he stepped on my face. And I knew there was a cut when you could feel it, when you the feeling. But and then I could feel the blood, so I just sort of went off the ice and came in there. And I didn't actually know how big it was until I got to the hospital. And when they had the operation, and they was putting stitches for 3 hours, and there was over 300 stitches inside and outside. So that was pretty bad cut.
It was a frightening night. We got 2 more questions. Lauren, where are you? Yep, over here. Oh, young lady.
I'm standing here with Armita from Thornhill, and she has a question for Sundin.
I've been your fan since I was like 2, and I want to know when will we be seeing you as a coach?
That's a good question.
Let's fire that one up.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm ever going to be a coach at the highest level, but I'll be a coach for my kids. You know, I have a daughter now; she's 3 years old, and I also have a son who's 10 months. So I'm going to try to help them with all my advice and experience that I've received being a player here with the Maple Leafs and through my career. So, but it will be at that level, grassroots level, more likely.
Sam, final question.